Hi everyone, welcome to Our Treasure Hunt Wednesday Night Live. So, my normal Wednesday nights is talking about health and everything. So, hi Mr. Walter and Carla Joe. Oh, it's okay. And there's Rebecca and Robin. So, Robin? Oh, Rebecca. So, hi TV watchers. My chat's not working on the computer again, so I gotta do it by the phone. So, hi TV watchers, hi chat, hi replay watchers. Thank you for being here. And I know there's a lot of Christmas stuff going on, so it's okay. It's all okay. Rebecca. There's Ruby. Hi, Ruby. So, hi TV watchers. Hi, chat. And hi, replay watchers. All right. So, I'm going to put my phone back on charge. There we go. All right. So, talking about health things and everything on Wednesday night. So, keep with that. So, talking about this magnesium. So, I have the magnesium oxide. I had to get some more. And I have did have the magnesium gluconate and everything. Hey, Heather, how you doing? And I have that liquid magnesium gluconate, whatever it's supposed to be. So, I ran out of the capsule, so I've been using the liquid. And I do have some soda, so it's better with the soda because it doesn't taste as awful. We gotta turn that light off. Alrighty. There we go. So now I'm not back and forth trying to keep that glare down and everything. So I did use the glycinate and I ran out of that. I really did not see that how it helped. With all the research I've done and everything, and listening to like Dr. Berg and different ones on YouTube and everything, they said the glycinate was supposed to be the one that absorbs better into your body. I didn't see any difference. I actually found the oxide helps me more than the glycinate. So, because this one says, this is Nature's Bounty. So it says whole body support, supports muscle relaxation, supports heart, nerve, and bone health. On one of the bottle, it said it promotes sleep. That's why I take it at nighttime. Because if I take it during the day, I'll be asleep all day long. Thank you, Cynthia. So, yeah, I was like, so that's why I was trying the glycinate, but it just didn't seem like it helped as much. Not like the oxide, even though that's supposed to be down the lowest of the totem pole part of magnesium. I just like, I like the oxide better. My sciatic nerve doesn't hurt as bad with the oxide, magnesium oxide, as it does with glycinate. And also, I have the set you can get from Amazon for the castor oil. The ones, the two big circles, ones that goes around your waist. I have some that goes, they're supposed to go around your knee and then supposed to go around your calf, but I have to put them around my ankles. And I noticed that helps me also with my hip. My left hip hurts worse, but it helps with my hip more than, anything. Because I really try not to take any over-the-counter pain medicine, NSAIDs, Tylenol, Motrin, you name it. I don't take any of it, and I really, if I do, it's because I am. Hey, Kevin, how you doing? It's beyond the pain of threshold that I have. But the Motrin I had, one it expired, but then it was the gel caps. I'm like, well, whoops, I can't take those, so I threw them away. And the SD card that has my hands on it is in the drawer, and I keep forgetting to put it back in the phone, take a picture of it so I can show y'all my hands. But I found one glove. These are the gloves I had to get, like the ladies wore way back then, and put these on so I could sit there and do stuff. And I tell you, it took a while to learn how to, as far as holding a pen, that was fine, and cooking, but typing on the keyboard, so when you type, you actually take in the pointers of your fingers, the tips of your fingers to type when you're typing. I had to have my hands out like this and type on the computer. I was like, you are kidding me. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. To all, good night, So, Anastasia has one pair. I gave her a pair. But this is what I had to do when I was cooking and everything, because my fingers and all was just they were like raw and rough that I couldn't touch anything, and everything would just slip through my hands. And so I cut the gloves and everything just in case. So, and I might need them again. So what I would do, I used that's the CeraVe, but the blue one and everything. And as soon as I would put that lotion in, my hands were just soaking up. So at nighttime, I would load my hands with the lotion and put the gloves on, because, like I said, they were raw and I was like scaly. So if you, like this shirt, if I took my hand, it would just grab the fabric and just pull the fabric. So I was like, I gotta get some gloves. So I got these gloves so I could sit there and do the regular everyday thing. And then that's when I did the Daniel fast, and that cleared everything up. I was just like really shocked. In 30 days, 21 days was the first one I did. No meat, just all vegetables. I used beans for my protein and everything. And it was just like, it was a miracle. I mean, everything cleared up and my hands went back to normal. And I was like, right after that is when I started going to my doctor to see about why I was passing out and stuff like that. And that's when they found and I knew I had carpal tunnel. So we did that test and everything. But, how the Lord just, his timing is the way it is. Because if I had gone to the orthopedic that does the hands, with my hands split like they would have never done the surgery because my hands wouldn't heal. So, just those days you think, what's going on? Why so long? Sometimes you just got to get through some things, and then other things will happen. So, I have noticed that taking that magnesium, my nerves in my hand and everything are better. Now, I was telling everybody the other night, I couldn't remember, I couldn't figure out why this finger is catching, or like not frozen or anything, but I was like, I didn't have any ground. And before I finished that sentence, I realized, yes, I did. I had some chili because I wanted to test it out. If I was able to have ground beef again. Yeah, no, this finger is tight. I mean, my hands are not swollen. My fingers aren't swollen, but this one is. It's just something about that carpal tunnel, because they did it. It went right through here up to this finger, like this because I could feel him doing it. I wanted to watch. I wanted to watch him do it. He goes, "You can't watch him." I guess I can. Of course, that's against the rules and everything. And I tried. I mean, they had that blue paper thing right there, and I was trying to do this the whole time because this arm, had the blood pressure cuff and everything. Or when they were doing this arm and this arm was up, I was still doing that because if I could have gotten up, I would have saw it. And I told him both hands, I want to watch because you can't do that. I'm like, yeah, I can't have the patient. That's my choice. He goes, no. I told him, don't you remember? I was an EMT and I've seen all the medical stuff. So I'll sign the waiver. He wouldn't let me watch. So I was like, that's all right. But I didn't feel it as much in this hand as I did this hand. So maybe that's why, sometimes when you have surgeries and stuff and everything, especially like one side and then the other, because I didn't feel it as much in this hand. I mean, I felt it, but I really felt like take a rope and go through your hand and pull it back and forth, and that's what it felt like. So maybe that's why I feel it more like in this hand. I still have to do my finger exercises because this hand did all right, and I kept doing the finger exercises, and I still rub this finger, this joint, and everything like I do. Last week I was saying the other day, I have my olive oil and castor oil. Here I'm thinking about getting like maybe some jojoba oil or almond oil or something else. But I've got coconut that can melt, but I think I'll go back to the hardened state and put it in here. So like a couple times a day, I'll rub this on my hand because I noticed that helps also. And just rub on my fingers, especially this thumb, because him and I had talked about it. Because at first he was like, he could close the file and everything. And then I asked him about this thumb because it has a knot here. There was a knot right there. But I've noticed the more I use that rub, and I put eucalyptus in it. Because I love eucalyptus. I mean, eucalyptus is good for what I found with joints and breathing, and I'm just like, well, I just get a twofold thing in there. Help with the joints, and it smells good. So eucalyptus helps with the breathing. That's why it's in Vicks Vapor Rub. It's eucalyptus. So, and I'm like, oh. So I noticed this one, the knot that be right here, it's still there, but not as bad. And then this, it looks like my thumb, but that's a knot right there. And I told him, I said, I've had that ever since I was, oh my goodness, 10, 11 years old. And I would just have to rub it and it would go down and my finger, it would go away. This time, it's still there. He goes, yeah, he told me what it was. He goes, if it doesn't go down, we have to go in and take it off. Some kind of, I don't like a bone spur, but he said what it was. I thought to myself, I don't think so. No more surgeries. Oh, I'm not having it. Hey, Robin, how you doing? Yeah, I've got the chat up on my phone because my computer did the same thing tonight. So I'm not ignoring y'all. I just got to glance over every so often and look at the chat. So, health-wise and everything, I feel like I'm doing okay. Still going between 240 and 245. So that's kind of frustrating. But, it's the holidays. I had a cinnamon roll tonight for a snack. But I stopped doing the low carb. I had 4 eggs today because I woke up late. And I just laid in the bed. I was just like, I'm not doing anything till I get up. So it was like 11:30 or so before I actually got out of the bed. And they were in, they had fixed breakfast and everything. So mine was more lunch. So I had 4 eggs with cheese and didn't have anything till dinner. Now they fixed the gumbo again tonight with the chicken, the shrimp, and the sausage and vegetables. And they use noodles this time again instead of rice. I like it, but I have to be careful with it because it has the sausage in it, and that's not good for me. So I ate a little bit, not too much. And then I had some hot and sour soup, which is just like soy sauce and mushrooms in a sauce type thing. But I added French onions to it and a couple other things and everything, and that was good to go. And then, like I said, I had the cinnamon rolls for a snack and everything. And everything. I'm talking about that. Oh my goodness, lost my train of thought. So starting next year, we'll be going through more of the books, and I might just take an herb, 1 or 2 herbs, and start going over them, what they're good for, and everything. Like with eucalyptus. And when people wonder why they put that in Vicks Vapor Rub, there's a lot of good stuff that's in there, because it helps with the breathing. My mom used to have this tall vase. I'm like, it was like 3 feet tall, probably about that big around. And she always kept dried eucalyptus leaves. It was called Williamsburg pottery. So if anybody in Virginia knows that, I think it's still there. But she would go get her flowers to make flower arrangements. We always picked up eucalyptus all the time. So there was always, it was right there in the front door when you walked in. So when you walked in and you smell that eucalyptus and everything, we never got sick until she stopped putting it at the front door. So I'm like, I might need to get some eucalyptus trees. Trying to see what. Yeah, but like I said, I made this in here. So smell your hands like, oh, that smells good. What you got on? Eucalyptus. You could just say Vicks Vapor Rub because that's what they put it in. Now, if you buy like the generic and it don't have any eucalyptus in it, just buy you some eucalyptus essential oils, put a few drops in, mix it all up in there, and there you go. You got your own. So a lot of people make their own. I took that with the Tiger Balm. It only had menthol and camphor, so I put a couple drops of eucalyptus essential oil in it and stirred it up with a toothpick and everything. And actually, this is it right here. It's like it was over there, but that's what I did. Just took that and put the eucalyptus in it. Oh my goodness, it smells so good. I just sit there and it's like sometimes I'll just have the jar open, and that way it just fills the area right here, and then it will fill the room. Because my son will come down, he goes, "What's that smell?" I'm like, "It's probably the Tiger Balm you smell, or something other like that, and everything." So 2 days till Christmas. Are y'all ready? Do you have any last minute shopping to do? I guess I've never seen a koala bear sneeze. Yeah, no, either. That's they eat the eucalyptus trees over there. But yeah, you don't see them getting sick. That's so funny. So Anastasia came downstairs earlier. She goes, "You gotta look that way." So they have something else, and she had wrapped it and put it in my stocking. And so I meant to ask her if she's finished with that wrapping paper, but tomorrow night we'll be wrapping the rest of Anastasia's gifts. So I'll be wrapping the gifts on the live and everything. We'll put them randomly on the tree. And because I asked her, does she want them just randomly put on the tree, wrapped and put them on the tree, or just put them underneath the tree? She goes, wrap them and put them on the tree. So that's like, I'll be home for Christmas. We are done shopping, but my husband is taking me to a quilt shop on the way upstate to see my son. Oh, see your son? All right. We had to keep it light this year. Husband is laid off. Got dinner ready to make. Oh my goodness. Hey, Bert, good to see you. Merry Christmas. He's in the Philippines, so they're a day ahead of us. So it's Christmas Eve over there. Oh my goodness, Heather. Well, I'll put him on my prayer list. Definitely. Oh yeah, dinner time. Yeah, because y'all are like 3 hours behind us. Because it's 11 p.m. here. It should be like 8 p.m. there. Already 12 noon time in the Philippines. Woo-hoo-hoo. See, Santa will get there before he'll get here. Yeah, here comes Santa Claus. Here comes Santa Claus. Right down Santa Claus Lane. Da 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 da. So I can't look up the words. Christmas morn again. The date is December 24th in our place. Yep. Christmas Eve. Peace on earth will come to all. We just follow the line. Hang our stockings and say our prayers, 'cause Santa Claus comes tonight. Here comes Santa Claus, here comes Santa Claus, right down Santa Claus Lane. Alright, so we wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Good tidings we bring to you and your kin. We wish you a Merry and a Happy New Year. Let me see if I can pull that thing I found up. Stop logging into all I want for time. Let's see here. I don't want YouTube. Sleigh bells ring, are you listening? In the lane, snow is glistening. A beautiful sight, we're happy tonight, walking in a winter wonderland. Gone away is a bluebird, here to stay is a new bird. Sings a love song as we go along, walking in a winter wonderland. In the meadow we can build a snowman and pretend that he's Parson Brown. He'll say, are you merry? We say, no, man. But you can do the job when you're in town. Later on, we'll conspire as we dream by the fire. Facing unafraid the plans that we made. walking in a winter wonderland. All right, see here. Oh, that's not what I want. Let's see. With lyrics. Let's see that what happens. Let's just give us a list. Chestnuts roasting on an open fire. Jack Frost nipping at your nose. Yuletide carols being sung by a choir. And folks dressed up like Eskimos. Everybody knows a turkey and some mistletoe will help to make the season bright. Tiny tots with their eyes all aglow will find it hard to sleep tonight. They know that Santa's on his way. He's loaded lots of toys and goodies on his sleigh. And every mother's child is gonna spy to see if reindeer really know how to fly. So I'm offering this simple phrase to kids from 1 to 92. Although it's been said many times, many ways, Merry Christmas to you. Say, Frosty the Snowman was a happy, jolly soul with a corncob pipe and a button nose and 2 eyes made out of coal. Frosty the Snowman is a fairy tale, they say. He was made of snow, but the children know how he came to life one day. There must have been some magic in that old silk hat they found. When they placed it on his head, he began to dance around. Oh, Frosty the Snowman was as loud as he could be, and the children say he could laugh and play just the same as you and me. Thumpity thump thump, thumpity thump thump, look at Frosty go. Thumpity thump thump, thumpity thump thump, over the hills of snow. Oh, Frosty the Snowman knew the sun was hot that day. So he said, let's run and we'll have some fun now before I melt away. Down to the village with the broomstick in his hand. Run here and there all around the square, saying, catch me if you can. He led them down the streets of town to the traffic cop. And he only paused a moment when he heard him holler, stop! Oh, Frosty the Snowman had to hurry on his way. But he waved goodbye, saying, I'll be back again someday. Thumpity thump, thump, thumpity thump, thump, go Frosty go. Thumpity thump, thump, thumpity thump, thump, over the hills of snow. Alrighty, that, I don't know if I could sing that one or not. We're by a reindeer. I sang it fast. Walking home from my house Christmas Eve. But as me for Grandpa, we believe. Come on. All right. Let me see here. Happy holidays. Bells keep ringing. Happy holidays to you. Happy holidays. Happy holidays. I know. It's doing it. Yeah. It just likes everything. So I'll keep it. Warning, my connection is unstable. I know yet. I'll just have to sing things from heart. What I remember. I'm going to get a room set just for sewing. Finding what small shelving in the house for organizing. Oh, that is awesome. Yeah, sometimes we think that, oh, I gotta go buy new stuff for this and new that. And then we're like, wait a minute, let's look around the house and see what we have. Because sometimes just something that's just sitting there, it's like, oh, we could have been using this the whole time. I don't know. It's just like, yeah, unless you put stuff in the storage and you just like forget it, just buy it again. But it's like these earrings, okay. Take this out. Okay, so I don't know what happened and what. It's not rusted, but like the coating came off the this hook. Well, I used to make jewelry, and sometimes I still do. I have the tools. I can take that hook off and put another one on. And I'm like, I was putting these on tonight. I was like, ooh, I'm gonna have to change that pretty soon because this, especially if you leave it in your ear too long, that can do stuff to your ear. Well, that little, there it is, the little thing that goes on the back that slides on. And see, that's something one day I'm gonna do. We'll do some jewelry and stuff. So after Christmas, I've got most of my table cleared off except for things I've got to do. Like I said, I gotta make these videos for these gummy things, and then it's just put stuff away. You know what I mean? It's just easier to have it on the table like a notebook. I need to grab and make a note instead of always grabbing from underneath the table, pulling the notebook out. So, and it's like, but then when you put things away, it's like, oh, that looks pretty cool. So I just need to move stuff and everything, do the video with the gummies and everything. Finish doing the Santa, which it's not bad. It's just this is a really little one. It's more tedious, like little work and everything. And like I said, the hoop that I have, this is the smallest hoop that I have. So it wouldn't have even, if I put in that, it wouldn't have had, I wouldn't have had room to do all this right here. Maybe that I have that done, I can actually put it in the, I don't know. Because then in my mind, I'm sitting here thinking about it'd be like this. So I've been holding it and doing the cross stitching, and like that's cramping this hand up, which is really weird because I can crochet and my hand doesn't cramp up. Yeah, that's weird. So make sure I do this to put the needle in. And I'm almost done that. That's just kind of like a little project. I don't say Friday night. Friday night is cooking on the cooking channel. So I'll be doing appetizers Friday night on Cooking Dairy Free and Alpha Golf Nancy for like some new ones I found and everything to do for like New Year's Eve and everything. We'll be making here on this one and the Cooking Dairy Free. I'll be making homemade Chex Party Mix because I got the stuff purposely to make that this year. Did you open your package yet? Yes, I have, and I'm going to show them what I got. I did make a video, Karma, of your package and everything. I just got to edit and upload it, but I will show everybody what I got. Oh my goodness, my nose. And I don't have a cold. It's just sinuses, I guess. See my voice and no. And part of it, I know part of it. I've not had enough water today. And that's my fault. But I have my water right here. It's got blueberries and strawberries in it with lemon juice. I have a thing of dehydrated strawberries. So I'll put them in my water or put them in my tea and different things. Okay, so the first thing from Karma I got was the book I won from her a while back, but that's all right. It's called Backyard Farming, Canning, Preserving, Expert Advice Made Easy. And it's like jams, jellies, pickles, sauces, and more. We'll go through this book here in just a moment. Since this is the health part, and I'm still debating. We might make those spinach balls. We might not. We'll see how this goes. Okay, so talking about water. Here's the key that you will know if you're getting to where you're getting dehydrated. If all of a sudden you start going, I am so thirsty, and you feel like you're thirsty and everything, that means you have not had enough liquid hydration for the day, enough water. Whatever you drink, you need to start, drinking more. We learned that when I was in EMT class. When people start saying, I'm thirsty. Oh my goodness, I'm so thirsty. Well, how much have you had to drink today? Whether it's water, tea, coffee, soda, those things, other things, or, not as good for you as water, but it's still some kind. Coffee's made with water, okay? Tea's made with water. All bases of water. But we would ask that, how much have you had to drink today? Whether it's soda, coffee. I already had a couple cups of coffee. Well, I just put my head down like that, and I'm like, really? I go, oh, maybe that's why I was thirsty. And so we would have, and especially we had hot summers and everything. A couple years, volunteer at the restaurant, we had some hot summers, and that was what a lot of our calls was dehydration. And saline solution is mostly water. As soon as they got what they needed, everybody, you felt fine. The headaches went away and everything. So you feel like a headache's coming on, or you feel like, oh, I'm thirsty. Why am I so thirsty? Think about what you've been drinking. Did you drink no? Or you've had a cup of tea, or did you have just coffee, or have you had? I try to break up the water, because they're supposed to have 6 to 8 ounces, 6 to 8 cups, 8 ounces of water in each cup. You're supposed to have 6 to 8 of them. Well, that comes out to 2 liters. So get you a soda bottle, drink the soda, use it to fill up. We drink 2 of these a day. I try to get 2. Usually I can get 1.5 in. And if I'm almost getting 3 in one day, I know I've missed a day somewhere along the line. All right. So the other things I got, I did something really special. Carmen sent me some more crochet hooks, and I stuck them on the Christmas tree. So yes, I can use, because like I said, I'm crocheting the blanket right there. But sometimes I'll have that, and then I'll start something else small that can work up really fast. Or then I got to take that hook and use that hook. And I was like, oh, yeah, cool. I can have 3 projects going at one time. So I stuck them on the tree. I did that a couple years ago. So they were YouTubers, but they were friends and everything. Sent Anastasia and I gifts. And one was a blanket. Lottie, enjoying the life, cancer as a lifestyle. She sent us stuff and everything. And I wrapped it up. One was the box. I wrapped the whole box up. And then Rebecca did that one year, and I took out stuff and wrapped it up and everything, put it under the tree. Put it on the tree. Yes, they're the size I need, 5, 5.5. That's the general size. Unless you've got the blanket yarn, you need the bigger hooks, which I've got those. But I was using the 5.5 on a blanket yarn that I was making for Anastasia. And I was like, kind of like, what in the world? Why this is so difficult? And I realized, like, oh, go get the bigger hook. It was my fault. So, and I've got blanket yarn over there that I'm gonna use to make a stuffy. And then we've got the amigurumi thing, because I've got to pull that pattern back up and print it out, so I can have it printed out, so I have the the connection with the little circle going around and around and around. Alrighty, so let's look at this book and see what we got in here. It says your backyard farming experience begins. Okay, just to let y'all know, it's bedtime, so they're gonna be rowdy. And they watch WWE. So since my son does not have a son, I say I had boys. So mom had to be tough because we did wrestling moves too. We all do. Oh my goodness. So they're just so funny. I'm telling you, Anastasia can give it right back. She's a tough girl. Somebody, when she needs to defend herself, she can do it. Her daddy's taught her very well. So your backyard farming experience begins here. Make the most of your harvest with over 75 delicious canning recipes. At the end of a successful harvest, the backyard farmer will find themselves with an abundance of produce. I'm claiming that next year, 2026, we're going to all have an abundance of harvest of produce. That's what the Lord's going to do. Learning to preserve your harvest for the use year-round is an essential craft. With a wide variety of uses to preserve produce, the homesteader will find backyard farming, canning, and preserving the right guide to make certain your experience with home preserving is a success. Okay, so when we were cleaning stuff up and everything, my pressure canner and my water bath canner, I just told them all right, I tossed it. Well, this stove cannot handle the pressure canner. And I want one of the electric ones. If y'all watch Andale Homestead, she's got the electrical one. So I'm saving up for that, because that would be helpful for me. My dehydrator is in storage, but you can dehydrate in your oven. And I've done that on this channel, one of the channels. I dehydrate the fennel and put the oven on the lowest setting and just let it dry out like it's supposed to and everything. And then you've got your things are dehydrated. There's other ways to dehydrate, but I don't have like a way outside to set things up to do it. Amen, karma. Amen. That's right. We're in agreement. Amen means we agree. I love my book like that. Awesome recipes. Yeah, we're going to look at this in just a minute. I want to see a recipe that you told me it was in here. So, other ways of preserving is, everybody knows canning and dehydrating, pickling food. There's fermenting your food, and fermenting is really easy. And sometimes it's better that way because you have all that good bacteria and stuff and everything, especially like cabbage, and you take that and make sauerkraut. I love making my own sauerkraut and everything. So I have cabbage in there, but when I finish making what I want to make with it, I'm going to make some sauerkraut because I miss it. Now with the tomatoes and the peppers I got for the last of the summer, I sat and pickled them, and they were so good. Oh my goodness. So yeah, I didn't eat them all because I forgot they got kind of pushed into the back of the fridge. So I didn't get to eat them all, but they were good. I put them in my salad and everything. A charge. That's not what I want you to do. It's charge. Now tomorrow is supposed to be warmer, so I do have it's supposed to be. I think it was a turnip. I have over there behind the computer while I was growing. Then now that's oregano that's in the big container. So tomorrow I'll probably go out there and see if I can harvest whatever's in there because it's all supposed to be cold weather vegetables. Yeah. I don't think someone will survive the cold weather. I want to ferment my carrots. Yeah, that's what I want to do too. And the carrots were growing in the tops and everything. And then when it snowed and rained, it's like the tops are like smushed. So I'm just like, okay, I'm just going to leave it alone. Because the first year we gardened and everything, Anastasia and I planted carrots. And we planted it out front in the little small container. Well, we didn't think anything grew because we didn't see anything. So I brought it back around the back. And over the winter, and then that spring, then we saw the top of the carrot, the green part of the carrot. I was like, well, what is this? That's not supposed to be a carrot. It was one of the small carrots that grew and everything. And I was like, oh my goodness, she loved it. So that's how a carrot's supposed to taste. Hey, Linda, how you doing? So it's like, oh my goodness. So I'm not going to pull the carrots. I'm just going to leave them there. I might pull the little mustard green leaves that they're that big. I should have gone out there and just got those, and maybe it will generate more. I don't know. So, but there's one thing I want to see because it's nice and green, and I'll see if it did anything. We'll see. All right, then it says canning and preserving takes you through every step of the most popular forms of canning, covering everything from hot water bath canning to the use of pressure cooker, as you explore the full range of options for your preserved foods, from jams, jellies, and preserves to pickling food and preparing savory sauces. Find the perfect use for your preserved harvest. Right, so and it does. It says meet the expert, and of course, every book has an introduction, table of contents, all about canning and preserving, and then and then the charts in here. They have the different charts. That's nice. Capacities, amount of water for pressure canning, hot water bath processing times for high altitude locations, pressure canning process times for high altitude locations. Canning jars, jars and lids, canning tools, preparation prior to canning, tips for storing canned products. And then part 1 is hot water bath canning. And it goes into jams. Concord grape jam. Goodness, that is the best. I love those grapes. My aunt had those grapevines and everything. Yeah, she's in Western Kentucky. She had a Concord grapevine. Oh my goodness, we love those grapes. Plum jam, peach jam, strawberry jam, apple pie jam. Now I do have jam recipes on this channel, and I'll be redoing them on the cooking channel. But I found a way to, you make it with stevia or like the monk fruit sugar, or I've used regular sugar because I did do some water bath with them, but I love blueberry jam so much. It's just in the fridge and I would just use it. Red tomato jam, raspberry jam, blueberry jam. 9 cups of blueberries and 6 cups of sugar. That's all it is. Now, some people use pectin in it. Some people don't. I just never did that because I love blueberries that much. Orange rhubarb jam and Mayday jam. It's 2 cups of the dried rhubarb, 2 cups fresh or canned crushed pineapple drained, 1 pint strawberries washed and whole, and 4 cups of sugar. Oh, that sounds delicious. I've never had that before. I think I've had rhubarb pie one time, a long time ago. And I don't remember what it tastes like. All right, so jams. I always go back and forth. Jams don't have the seeds and jelly does. Jelly doesn't have the seeds and jams do. One of those two. I don't remember. Prayers for Jan. What happened with Jan? She's in the hospital. What in the world? Oh my goodness. Not this time of year, Lord. All right, dear Lord, we thank you for this evening. We thank you that we can come together and have fun and learn things and worship you. And we pray for our friend Jan, that whatever is going on while she's in the hospital, you quickly heal her body so she can be home for Christmas. We thank you that you send your son, that by his stripes we are healed. In Jesus' name, amen. Jelly is made with the juice Jam is made with the whole fruit, minus the seeds, and preserves are made with the whole fruit, including the seeds. Oh, cool. Thank you, Karma. I did not know that. Oh my goodness gracious. I said blueberry jelly, raspberry jelly, grape jelly, strawberry jelly, plum jelly, peach jelly, tomato jelly, and jalapeno jelly. I've heard that's good. And cowboy candy and stuff. Amen. And then they have preserves, the apples, grape, cranberry preserves, strawberry, cherry preserves, plum preserves, raspberry, apricot preserves, carrot cake in a jar. So 1 orange, 2 cups of all-purpose flour, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, 1½ teaspoons of baking soda, 2 teaspoons of cinnamon, 1 teaspoon salt, 2 cups of granulated sugar, 1½ cups of vegetable oil, 4 large eggs, 2 cups carrots grated, and half a cup of walnuts, pecans chopped. That sounds so good. Canned apple pie filling, and I've done that too. That's really good. Thank you, Nancy. That was beautiful. Oh, you're welcome, Robin. I've known Jan. Oh my goodness, when they lived in Texas, she started her channel when they lived in Texas, way like a year or so before they even moved. So making syrup for fresh fruit canning. And it has heavy syrup, light syrup, medium syrup, extra light syrup. So the heavy syrup is made 7 cups, 4½ cups of sugar, 4½ cups of water. Medium, 3½ cups of sugar, 5 cups of water. Light is 2 1/4 cups of sugar, 5½ cups of water. And the light, extra light is 1½ cups of sugar and 5½ cups of water. Cool. You got apples and plums, pears, blueberries. Oh, I've done made your own syrup to put on pancakes. That's good. Okay, so then it goes pickled foods. We have sweet gherkin pickles. Man. Oh yeah, I gotta get those pickles out. Because I got them to get the gherkin pickles and my olives and everything to make that tray and everything. Tonight, Anastasia, I did the meat and veggie. I just did the lunch meat, like the chicken and the turkey, and then put carrots on there. So we had that. Oh, I gotta go get this. Hold on. They have come out with turkey pepperoni. I'm so excited. I'm like, yeah, now I can have pepperoni pizza. I was like, that is so cool. I was like, thank you, Lord. Thank you. And so Anastasia and I had that. She goes, it tastes just like pepperoni. I'm like, yeah, I know. That's so cool. Hey, Misha, how you doing? So they got bread and butter pickles, which is my favorite type of pickles. Dill pickles, I love that too. Garlic dill pickles, pickled onions, pickled corn, oh, that's good, pickled beets, pickled hot peppers, pickled peaches, pickled watermelon rinds. I've seen that in the last couple of years. I want to try that. Pickled zucchini, sweet pickle relish. Went around like a chicken with the head cut off. But okay, that's good. I understand. Here's what Karma sent me. Chow chow relish. Oh my goodness. I have not had this since I was in my teens, young adult, 20s. Sauerkraut. Pickled green beans. Pickled garlic. Pickled green tomatoes. Corn relish. Alright, so chow chow. It's 1 quart chopped cabbage, 3 cups diced cauliflower, 2 cups green tomatoes, 2 cups chopped green peppers, 1 cup chopped red peppers, 3 tablespoons of salt, 1.5 cups of sugar, 2 teaspoons of celery seed, 2 teaspoons of dry mustard, 1 teaspoon of turmeric, a half a teaspoon of ginger, and 2.5 cups of distilled white vinegar. I was like, yes, yeah. I would change up the green peppers and the red peppers to something else, but definitely. Oh, yeah. I love chow chow. You never, I never tried chow chow until I was like 10 years ago. Never knew about it growing up. Never heard of it before. Oh, my goodness. It is, I guess it's more southern, and I don't know. I just know that my aunts used to make it all the time. And then we would go down and get the jar, get them from them. One of my dad's sisters. But yeah, one make the, like I said, one make the chow chow and sauerkraut and everything. One's making the other desserts, and one made something else. We would always go down like every other Sunday or something, another, and get them. We never got sick. Never had a cold. Never had stuffy noses. Never had any sinus problems or anything. We stopped eating it. I'm just saying. I'm not a medical doctor, nor to play one on TV. But from my experience, eating on this pickled food stuff, I didn't get sick. And then juices, apple juice, tomato juice. I was wondering making my own tomato juice. Because that yellow pear tomato, that did really well. In fact, if I had not taken it down, I think I'd still been going until we had, because even when what I did cut down and put in the right bucket, they still kept going, and they still kept turning. Some of them, there was like, we got about 10 more that turned yellow and everything. Like, there was still, I'm like, I had nothing in this bucket. No, I need to sit there and do anything. So it would probably have been, what is that, a determinate, indeterminate, whatever, tomato. It might have been going through the wintertime. I don't know. But I wanted to plant like cauliflower and everything, which I did, and nothing. I'm like, what in the world? Of course, that kind of like it's on me too, because I planted and then we didn't get rain, and then I didn't water. So I think that was part of it. Because you think in the summertime it's hot and everything needs to be watered, and then when it gets cooler, it's like, oh, it'd be all right, but it still needs to be watered. My grandpa used to make his own V8 every year. It was so delicious. I make your own tomato juice. This was 25 pounds of tomatoes, about 4 pounds per quart. A bottle of lemon juice, about approximately 12 tablespoons. And that's it. And they make us think it's so hard to make that. Like, you can't do it. You just have to go get it to the store and get it. And then you look at all the preservatives in it. I'm getting one of those strawberries. And I'm like, hey, here's a healthy thing with all the other stuff in it. Apple juice. 25 pounds of apples, about 75 medium apples. 2 quarts of water. You know. And then tomato vegetable juice. You got your 25 pounds of tomatoes, a fourth of a cup of chopped parsley, 1 cup of diced carrots, 1 cup of chopped celery, 1 cup of chopped green peppers, a half a cup of chopped onions, 1 tablespoon of salt, and bottled lemon juice, approximately 14 tablespoons. Yeah. Then you have your grape juice, 1 cup of grapes and a half to 1 cup of sugar. Now, grape juice is you wash and stem fresh ripe grapes. Put 1 cup of grapes into a hot quart canning jar. Add 1.5 to 1 cups of sugar into the jar. Fill the jar with boiling water, leaving a 1/4 inch headspace. Seal the jars with a vacuum lid and screw band. Process quarts for 10 minutes in boiling water. Bath and canner. And you make it, and you open it, you let it cool, and drink it. Rhubarb juice. Sauces and salsas. Ketchup, taco sauce, chili sauce, barbecue sauce. I have done barbecue sauce on the cooking channel. I think, yeah, the cooking channel. Well, made with grapes. Now, April Sunrise Farms, she's on Instagram. She does have YouTube also. And she had a recipe of making homemade ketchup or barbecue sauce with grapes. And she gives a history that it was made with grapes first before it was made with tomatoes, because tomatoes way back then were poisonous. And again, we eat tomatoes now. But that was pretty cool. So she does give the history about that, which I thought was pretty cool. So I got some grapes and I made it. And I was like, oh my goodness, it was so good. Basic salsa, fruit salsa. Yeah, and then I made on the cooking channel, salsa with my green tomatoes and banana peppers. And it turned out so good. I loved it. Fresh tomato salsa, hot sauce. It says 2 quarts of tomatoes cored, peeled and chopped. 1.5 cups of hot red peppers, chopped and seeded. 1 quart distilled white vinegar, divided. Half a cup of sugar, 1 tablespoon of salt, 2 tablespoons of pickling spices. That makes 4 half-pint jars. So like I kept saying, I'm wondering if I start baking this myself without. So that's my whole thing of going in the garden and everything to grow my own vegetables, to make those things, because I'm wondering, just wondering. Vegetables, carrots, potatoes. And then mix as many pints of quarts as you like. Carrots, scrape, slice, or cut to desired size, water, and salt. And you can potatoes, sweet potatoes, string beans, or wax beans. Canned stewed tomatoes. Oh, we hate that growing up. Every January we had the same thing. You're supposed to have corned beef and black-eyed peas, sauerkraut, and something else. So one year my mom started putting stewed tomatoes in the black-eyed peas. I'm like, why? Somebody in the grocery store told her that was supposed to happen. I was like, mm-mm. So one year we would cooking, my older sister and I, we made sure we had the can of stewed tomatoes. Because we didn't like the stewed tomatoes and the black-eyed peas. So I told her, I said, if you want stewed tomatoes, cook it separately. Not everybody wants stewed tomatoes and the black-eyed peas. Pumpkin. I still have that pumpkin I need to do something with. Sauces, soups, and stews. Spaghetti sauce with meat. Homemade spaghetti sauce. Chili con corn. Home canning chili. Beef stew. Chicken vegetable soup. Lentil soup. Vegetarian lentil soup. Manhattan clam chowder. Split pea and ham soup. Irish stew. Veal scallopini. Chicken gumbo. And Mexican stew. And then it talks about the resources in the back. So I miss having some, not like I said, the chicken, but gumbo has chicken, sausage, and shrimp. Which the shrimp was kind of like, it didn't bother me. Not like it did after I've had the pacemaker in. For 6 months, I just could not eat shrimp whatsoever. I'm like, oh no. So, as I'll show y'all in a minute, it is really good. Alright, so, because Rebecca, somebody was asking me, couldn't I make spaghetti sauce with the green tomatoes, or the yellow tomatoes? I'm like, yes. So I got the yellow, it's not a beefsteak, but it's the bigger yellow regular tomatoes and an orange tomato. So I want to grow those next year and make my own spaghetti sauce. And then chili con corn, that we've done that. It's 2 pounds of ground beef, 1 cup of onion chopped, 5 tablespoons of fat, 2 tablespoons of green pepper chopped, 3 cups of water, 2 cups of canned tomatoes, 2 teaspoons of salt, 1 teaspoon of paprika, 2 teaspoons of chili powder, a half a teaspoon of black pepper, 1/4 cup of sugar, and 2 cans of kidney beans, undrained. And it said sugar was optional. So you brown the meat and the onions in the fat, cook thoroughly and drain. Combine all ingredients in a stainless steel saucepan and bring to a boil. Reduce heat and simmer for 30 minutes. Prepare jars, lids, and pressure cookers. This is for pressure cooker. Then use a ladle and funnel. Spoon hot chili into hot prepared jars, leaving 1-inch headspace at the top of each jar. So that way that's already made, and then all you have to do is make your cornbread and stuff, and then you put that in your baking dish, put the cornbread mix on top, and bake it. I know. Oh. So that's home canning the chili beef stew. All right, everybody. Worcestershire sauce. Never said it correctly. Still never say it correctly. Worcestershire. Oh, goodness. So that, I have a lot of lentils I need to start using. I showed how to take rice. If you're out of flour, you can make rice flour. You can take lentils and make flour out of that. let's see, of course, oats. Those are the easiest to make your oat flour with. If you add a flour, let's see, it was something else. It was the lentils, the rice, the oats. Did I do the beans? I know you can take like kidney beans and black beans and make them into a powder and use it as flour, but the process is a little bit different. And what I found, and I just like, okay, I don't have all the stuff that they said to do that with, so we'll hold off on those. Yeah, I'll show you what I got. So I found this brand, and I'm not an affiliate yet, but it's Agason Farms. They do have stuff that doesn't have any dairy, and some things that says are not processed on. And they have that warning label, may be processed, the same thing as eggs, soy, meat, dairy, blah blah blah. This isn't. So this is nice. So that's why I put into just to dehydrate the strawberries. So yeah, they're chewy. But that makes it good if you make like your own trail mix. So what it did is it hydrated it back. Much better than the dry. So I've done that. And got like whatever nuts. I like macadamia nuts and walnuts and hazelnuts. But get a bag of regular peanuts, whatever. Get your own like your strawberries or whatever fruit you like, dehydrated and everything, and make your own. Now, people who have the freeze dryer thing, that's so cool. And freeze dry and then make your own mix and everything. I think that would be fun to do. Now, like with our dairy-free chocolate chips, it's really weird. They can stay in the bag and you put it in your trail mix and everything and you don't melt. But when I melt it and then make the chocolate candies or whatever, they melt in your hand faster. I don't know how that works. I really don't. But I really like this book. That is so cool. Now, I am a collector of books because to me, I have the book because we just never know when you lose power in a storm, or sometimes I've had this happen. You go to look at a website that if you look for years, and all of a sudden it's gone, and so it's like all the information was there. It's like, where did it go? Why did it happen? Did they take it down? So, oh my goodness, I've got to open this up. It smells so good and everything. So, yeah, if y'all type brother, it'll pull up your weather. Let's see how everybody's weather's like. We're supposed to be like about 50 tomorrow. So it'll be warm, I guess warm, depends on the humidity when we go out looking at lights. So every time we go out and look at lights, I film it and everything. And then I'll put it up as a reel. Oh, my nose. So I'll leave that there. Let me go get the biscuit book. Let's see what's all in this book. Oh my goodness. Alright, so I have marked it. It says spinach cheese balls. It says 1 box of frozen chopped spinach, thawed and squeezed to drain. 1 cup of original Bisquick mix. 2 cups of shredded mozzarella cheese. 1 egg. 2 teaspoons of Italian seasoning. 1 teaspoon of garlic salt. 1 cup of tomato pasta sauce, heated if desired. Alright, so I guess, let's see here. In a large bowl, mix all ingredients except pasta sauce until blended. Shape mixture into 31-inch balls. Place on cookie sheet about 1 inch apart. Bake 10 to 15 minutes or until golden brown. Immediately remove from pan. Serve with pasta sauce. Okay, so I was like, oh my goodness, if I have to make that the pasta sauce, that ain't gonna work. So let's see here. We'll go make some here in a little bit because it's 400 degrees, 10 to 15 minutes, 30 minutes top. Alrighty. Weather for Caldwell. Conditions are clear with a temperature of 41 degrees Fahrenheit. The wind is blowing from the southeast-southeast at 7 miles per hour, and the current humidity is 100%. Oh no. See, that's that humidity thing I was talking about. It could be 41. It should be comfortable 41. Just like here, it should be comfortable 41. But with the humidity, it's the water vapor in the air. If it's more, it won't feel like a warm. If it's more of a warm, but I have a cookie sheet or pan. I know. That's like the sausage balls it was supposed to make. I'm going to sneeze. Hold on for a minute. That didn't help. Oh, whatever. So I made turkey sausage balls. It's like Bisquick one instead. And I put them in the freezer because I won't gonna have them till tomorrow. So there you go. Now mine look different color because I used turmeric in mine. So I was like, why is this a different? I'm like, oh yeah, I put turmeric in it. So, oh my nose. Supposed to make like I said 48 or something other like that. I'm like, I didn't get 48 of those. Not one bit. I'm like, it just doesn't make sense. It makes this many. Well, how small are y'all making it? You know, little ones like this. That's not. Everybody would have to have like at least 50 to make something to eat, to have some kind of appetizer. You know. It is weird how that it makes so many. Well, what kind of scoop are they using? You know? Oh, I put the wrong. Well, I don't know what that's for. It says weather for Varberg. Conditions are cloudy with a temperature of 27 degrees. The wind is blowing at northeast at 4 miles per hour, and the current humidity is 96%. Now, type the wrong number and you get a different weather. Oh my goodness. Here we go. All right, see if I can get this in here right. 4, 3, 2, 8. There we go. I know Barbara could be in Ohio somewhere. Weather for Lincoln Village. The conditions are clear with a temperature of 42 degrees Fahrenheit. The wind is blowing from the west at 6 miles per hour. And the current humidity is 98%. Oh, so that figures out about the sinuses. Oh my goodness. Same. Alrighty. We're going to move one thing at a time. But this does help. I'm going to move this in the kitchen. Alright. Now we're going to bring you all in the kitchen. Do it that way. Maybe not. I'm thinking out loud about charging my phone. Alrighty. There we go. Let me put my sleeves up. Fix this so I can see the chat. Try the other zip code, the city zip, and it's different. Oh, yeah. Current weather conditions of temperature 41 degrees. The wind is blowing in southeast at 7 miles per hour. And the current humidity is 97%. Lincoln and Caldwell are almost identical. I know. And we get two different altitudes type thing. All right, Kevin, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Before you go, here are the cinnamon rolls that we made the other night. And I iced them last night. Yes, I had one. It was good. With some ice cream. All right. Now we're going to turn this back on so it has a light. Now I'm going to show y'all the gumbo that my son made. Y'all see that? That look good. Yeah, you're at 2,600 feet. We had a wind advisory earlier this morning, 45 to 50 mile per hour winds. I saw that on watching on the weather guys. How y'all getting all that wind again and everything. Oh my goodness. When they say that, they call it the Pineapple Express. So it's like it's going to be going and coming and going. Wow. All right. My ring is going in my pocket. Right there. All this stuff. move that over there. Pull up these sleeves again. Oh, darn it. All right, put that back over there. Now I gotta get the spinach out to drain it. Oh, it's in here. I got the kale instead. Oh well, I'm still gonna do it. We'll see how it goes. Kind of like on the same thing. It's green. All right.